Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. It has been something like a year and a half since this series got a new video. Reason for that, I don't think I ever really told you guys, was because it was becoming a bit of a pain in the ass to record. Mostly because the game seemed to always be undergoing server maintenance basically any time that I was going to go and try and record. It made it a real pain in the ass to record, so I eventually just decided, fuck it, I'm done. And put it on a hiatus until just whenever I was in the mood to come back to it. And so, well, I've been in the mood to play Star Trek Online more for up the past couple months. And so, yes, we are going to be continuing the series now. Ahead of Age of Discovery, or whatever it's called, as the next expansion. Now, we are also flying a different ship. Now, I do want to go ahead and note that it's still the USS Odin, but it's not the Odyssey Tactical Cruiser. It's now the Intel Assault Cruiser. Meant to look like the Sovereign, although I am using a different hull. I think I'm using the Archon hull, because, to be honest, I kind of prefer it over the Sovereign hull. So, yeah. We're also equipped with a lot of different stuff for the most part. Still some of the same old gear, but a decent amount of our gear is crafted stuff from my main that I sent over to this character, or reputation stuff. Now, to sort of explain why the Cardassian Struggle campaign hasn't really moved at all in the past year and a half, we're going to go ahead and actually do Yesterday's War, and then go back and finish Cardassian Struggle. Basically, just as a way of saying, for the last year and a half, we've been doing a bunch of temporal crap. And once we finished with that temporal crap, we got dropped off basically right before we went on to go and do Boldly They Rode. That's the way I'm sort of trying to explain how things generally haven't really moved this entire time. So we're going to go ahead and do the Once and Future Agent. And this doesn't have a voiceover, apparently. So, greetings, Admiral. My name is Philip Cray. I'm a temporal agent working to preserve this timeline. You've been identified as a capable and savvy officer, just the sort of person we need for a sensitive mission. Due to the nature of this mission, I'd rather not discuss it over a subspace transmission. Would you mind speaking with me in person at Earth Space Dock? I'll be waiting for you just outside Admiral Quinn's office. So let's go ahead and leave ship interior. And they still haven't bothered making it so it doesn't use the beam out animation for that. Let's go ahead and enter Sol. I also went ahead and tried and find out what our registry number was when we were flying a Miranda. I think I got it right, but I could be wrong. And then I slapped an F on it because I think this is the F. I think. Honestly, I've got no clue. Alright, whoops, smacked into my desk. You kind of lose track of what ship you should probably be on after a little while. So he wanted us to talk to him in person. I haven't played this mission in ages, so I don't recall if you actually have to talk to him in person. There we go. Thank you for coming, Admiral Kissick. We've been contacted by Daniels, one of our agents from the 31st century. It's his job to monitor the timeline for problems and to restore order in the case of any temporal disruptions. There's been an incursion in the 23rd century, and Daniels would like your help in dealing with it. If you're willing to meet with him, we can explain the situation in more detail. Very well, hear what he has to say.
Thank you for coming. My name is Daniels. In case you're wondering, this is a temporal observatory. From here, I can monitor the time stream against any incursions. We've become aware of several temporal incidents led by rogue Nakul agents. They've been using a new form of time travel that we can't detect. We were unaware of their activities until we started noticing changes in the time stream. The latest of these changes happened in the 23rd century at the Galorndon core system. We believe the Nakul are involved, along with a planet killer, a doomsday machine. If that's the case, we need to stop it. At all costs. I know I can count on you to go back in time with me and preserve the time.
And that's that. That's such a short mission. So, the core of the matter.
We've detected significant temporal activity in the London core system circa the 23rd century. We're going to investigate it, and I'd like you to join me. We believe the Nakul are involved, along with a planet killer, a doomsday machine. If so, we need to stop them at all costs. I'll provide your ship with holographic camouflage. It's best if the Romulans of that time don't see a vessel from the future.
You don't say.
Stay safe out there.
So, let's go ahead and beam to our ship and head to Golornden Core. And go on to part. I don't know what it is about leaving the Sol system. It always plops you out looking towards the Alpha Quadrant, which is kind of annoying. I wish it would drop me off looking further into the Beta Quadrant, because this might come as a shock, but chances are if I'm leaving Earth space dock, I'm probably going somewhere in the Beta Quadrant. If I was going somewhere in the Alpha Quadrant, I would just transwarp over to DS9. I don't know why they have it set up to face in that direction like it does, but for whatever reason, that's the way it is. Also, game, you haven't messed with my loadout, correct? You didn't actually mess with it, but you like to claim that it's been unsaved, which is very annoying. I don't know why it does that. I've noticed that recently, is that sometimes it just seems to always think the loadout is unsaved, even when it isn't. And I guess while we head over there, I can go ahead and just drop some duty officers into slots, because they got nothing better to do. We'll focus on getting resettling done. That one's always colonization. Colonial, that's what it's called. Done, because that one's always a pain. It's actually one I typically have the hardest time dealing with, because I'm always needing to buy provisions and medical supplies to do the move people to this colony or whatever. The other one I normally have problems with is trade. So I would need to buy 2 astrometric probes to do that. So fine, we'll do it. And my main doesn't even have colonial and trade maxed out because of how much of a pain it is to get those. Let's go use our slipstream drive. It's a pretty long distance away, though our ship is pretty fast with the Bajoran warp core. But I don't think the slipstream is going to quite get us to the system. We're going to still be a little shy and have to fly there ourselves for a bit, but that's fine. We'll live. It was just meant to close the gap. Also, let's go and rearrange this again. There we go. Yeah, one thing I'm not a big fan of with this ship is the just straight up lack of a science station. You got us a little close to the sun there, guys. I had to manually stop, otherwise you would have rammed right into it. So you pretty much have to use the Universal as a science, which is kind of annoying, honestly. Also, we have pretty crap options for science. I need better science people. Like, a lot better. But let's go ahead and begin the core of the matter. Let's see. Yeah. Recently watched that episode. So, we've arrived, Admiral. The holographic camouflage that Daniel provided is online. And as the Romulans of this time are concerned, or as far as the Romulans of this time are concerned, we're in a Talus-class warbird. Excellent work, Daniels.
Thank you. I've also transmitted files that will establish your cover identity as Tal Shiar security operatives. You'll need to put this data into their local network before entering the research facility. There's a comms satellite nearby that you can use to accomplish this.
Understood. Let's go ahead and move into position to the satellite. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to get a different impulse engine before starting this series up, but I decided, you know what, never mind. Let's go and upload Tal Shiar credentials. Data transmission complete. Our Tal Shiar credentials are in their system and should withstand scrutiny. I'd expect a fair amount of fear and loathing from their staff, Admiral. Unannounced visits from the Tal Shiar aren't exactly a cause for celebration. Let's hope the Tal Shiar's reputation keeps us above suspicion. And now we move to the planet. Because yes, this impulse engine results in the screen shaking when you're at full impulse, which is kind of annoying. Reading the Doomsday Machine on sensors and maybe inactive. Recommended close scan. Sure, let's try it. And of course, there are some of these TOS era Diderodex wannabes. They're not actually Diderodex, but they have the same general design. They just fit more in line with TOS rather than TNG. Let's go scan it.
Tal Shiar vessel, cease all sensor scans of the device immediately. You do not have the proper clearance.
Watch your tone, Nakul. We will respect your wishes for now. Let's head to the planet.
IRW Morari. This is Coordinate Station Command. Please transmit your security credentials.
Acknowledge Station Command, transmitting now.
Received, Morari. Welcome to Coordinate Core. Sending you transporter coordinates now. I've taken the liberty of informing Commander Chulok. I'm sure the Director will want to greet you personally.
Very well. I'm looking forward to it. Morai out. Probably mispronounced the name. Landing coordinates received. Transporters are standing by. Let's not keep them waiting. Beam us down.
Contain machines seek and destroy planetary bodies, consuming what remains as fuel. Yet there's one in orbit just sitting this way. Looks like reports of the Nakul gaining the ability to control the machines are accurate. We need to find out how, and fast. Your holographic disguisers should conceal you while you search the facility. Good hunting.
And keep me posted if anything changes, Daniels. We put the planet between the Odin and the Doomsday Machine just in case. Stay on guard. Let me know if that thing even twitches a little. Oh god, some of these... We had an issue there with the physics. You might have just missed it, but... Yeah, that's an annoying issue that happens sometimes.
This area is restricted. You need to leave now.
I am a sub-commander of the Tal Shiar. Step aside.
My orders are clear, Rocket. No one is to pass this point until the meeting is concluded. No one, not even Chulok himself.
You'll wish you hadn't crossed the Tal Shiar, lackey.
area is restricted, sir.
Better be sure it's not wise to refuse a Tal Shiar, son.
Yes, Sub-Commander. At once. Forgive my rudeness. Access granted. Let me get the door for you.
Thank you. Your service to the Empire has been noted, Centurion. Okay. Log into sensor network. Sensors indicate that an encoded signal of Nakul origin is being beamed to the Doomsday Machine. It's coming from the chambers the Nakul are guarding so intently. According to these logs, whenever the Doomsday Machine attempts to engage its primary directives, a signal pulse is beamed to its command core and the machine stops. It appears we're one step closer to learning how they're controlling a Doomsday Machine. Let's go ahead and log off. And let's go ahead and investigate Chulok's office. The new cloaking device is better than ever. I would hope it'd be better than the old one, otherwise there's not point in having a new one.
Sub-Commander, I've been instructed to grant you access to this facility.
Do you agree with that command, Centurion?
Of course, Sub-Commander. My family is a friend to the Tal Shiar and loyal to the Empire. Access for you and your team is granted.
Dutiful service to the Empire is always rewarded. Carry on. Let's go ahead and pet our Tribble. And check coordination logs. And let's check log CH22.04.8.
The Senate has dispatched an agent from an alien race known as the repugnant creature. But she's of a keen mind and cunning. I can appreciate as a Republican officer. If only her visage wasn't so hideous. She boasts she has a weapon that will turn the tide in favor of Romulus. An old song, to be sure, but she sings it sweetly.
Return to root. Let's check the next log.
Krog's mysterious battle, the so-called Mongrel, has made an impression in the right circles of power. We'll see if he can deliver, however. Data on his miracle weapon is due to arrive soon. Those scars, truly hideous. Krog's practically radiant in comparison.
Next log.
Researchers have analyzed the nuclear weapon data. It matches a report we have on an incident in Federation space involving a doomsday machine. Evacuate, this weapon destroyed USS Constellation and nearly rid the cosmos of USS Enterprise. It seems Enterprise's thrice-stabbed captain exposed a vulnerability in the weapon. I shall have to address this with the Krog upon our return.
And the final log.
Krog arrives tomorrow, along with a reportedly improved weapon. I believe the envoy will be making an appearance as well. It seems it's the season for the guests. If my agents are to be believed, we'll be getting a visit from the Tal Shiar very soon. I'm already suffering with this bureaucrat from the Senate. To endure the servants of the secret police is nearly too much to ask of a true Romulan.
And let's go and download these logs. And finally go to the conference room. And Commander Chulok.
Sub-Commander, if this doomsday weapon lives up to the Nakul in its boasts, it will ensure the Empire's dominance over the entire quadrant. The Federation of the Klingons will have no choice but to bend the knee to Romulus. Face annihilation.
Perhaps. The Tal Shiar does not underestimate our enemies, especially when they're desperate.
Of course. However, even a cornered beast knows when it is lost.
Yes, but a cornered beast might decide to do something unexpected to try and get out of the corner.
Greetings, Sub-Commander. I fabled Tal Shiar came to call. The Nakul have brought a glorious weapon to your empire. You won't be disappointed. I can assure you.
We've seen our share of Doomsday weapons specialists. None have lived up to the title.
This one shall, Sub-Commander. Beyond measure.
You're gonna have to prove it to me to take a place at the table.
Your attention. Let's begin, shall we? We thank Specialist Krog and crew for joining us. We have concerns about the dangers involved with this work. You have nothing to fear from the machine, my friend. Would you be so confident if you were here, envoy, ultimate soul, commander?
Soon, the Doomsday Machine will bring our foes to their knees.
Bold words, envoy. We shall see what will.
It would seem a demonstration, Zeno. See to it, Krog.
As you wish. Shall we, Commander?
Very well. Show me what this beast of yours can do.
It will be my pleasure.
Enjoy the show, Interloper. They are using holographic disguises, gods. Deal with them.
I don't suppose we can talk about this. And the one part about this mission that I hate is the sheer amount of enemies around you. Okay, finish that guy off. You actually have a shield. Lucky you. Let's go and call in reinforcements. Let's get in our shield. Wow, that turret was able to fire up these steps. That is a surprise. Typically they have issues firing any. Ooh. We got a Mark 12 Type 2 phaser with wide. Wonderful. I like that. Who wants something better? There, you can have something that's a little bit better. All of you are okay. Anybody need better? Not really. So just hold on to that stuff and sell it somewhere. Actually, you know what? I'll just use the replicator to sell it. It's not actually the best. Typically, you want to sell the... There are certain vendors that will spend more to buy your crap, but whatever. This is why I hate the Nakul. They got these damn distortion crap. Makes fighting them a real pain. And one of our guys went down. I'm not too surprised by that though. Anybody want to go? Yeah, there you go. Go get them up. There you go. Good job. I knew you could do it. And force the door open. Okay, that's gonna take a little longer, so let's go deal with these guys first. Because I assume if I get shot even once, it's gonna set back my progress completely, so might as well deal with the guys that are gonna try and stop us first. There we go. And until I do this next thing, they shouldn't have anybody else come in. Both of those are non-combat pets. Ooh, and one of you guys dropped something. Don't need any lock boxes. I have literal shit tons of lock boxes. That's going to be the components. Okay, nobody else for that last one. So, the cool equipment is safely on board, ready to beam me out of there. Energize.
We're trying to get our computer to interface with that Nakul control console, but their tech is quite advanced. I need at least 5 minutes to integrate it.
You've got two. There's an enemy fleet and a live doomsday machine out there.
One more thing. Sensors indicate the doomsday machine has been modified. Hark Peng torpedoes won't work against it. Should it come down to fight.
Right, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Your uninvited guest will make a fine target for the weapon toolbox.
Switch targets. And boost power to our weapons. And base maneuvers. Make sure that we are not in front of it. We can be literally anywhere else, just not in front of it. Yeah, that should hurt. Where's the guy I was aiming at? Oh. Okay, where is my thing? Incremental phase shift. Go! Activate the transmitter.
Activating shutdown protocol. Something's wrong. It's not working.
All ships! Destroy the doomsday weapon and the cool ships! Now!
Yes, let's blame it on the Nakul. That's what we'll do.
Famous Romulan weapon.
apparently they're going to still shoot at me as well. Oh shit, this is hurting. Oh, okay. There we go. Now the game has realized the Romulans should technically be friendly to me because reasons, I guess. Let's do an energy siphon on you. Distortions. Fire torpedo spread at it. There we go. That's the retribution down. As you wish, Commander. And I guess that's how they explain why the planet looks like a Stellaris tomb world when you see it in the next generation. So, Daniels would like you to meet him on his ship once we transition back to the 25th century. Let him know I will be there shortly.
Then our cool ship must have detonated within the Doomsday Machine. Disrupted it somehow. This must feel like a period fast.
What? Daniels, your face!
Occupational hazard. I'll be fine. What matters is that Chulak and his allies would have killed billions had their plan succeeded. Instead, his life is a cautionary tale, forever disgraced by his loss. We stopped them this time, at great cost. Clearly, the Nakul and their leader, this Envoy, are willing to do anything to win this war, even commit genocide. It's unfortunate that Chulak didn't stand up to the Nakul sooner. It might have prevented this tragedy.
And now I have some choices for stuff we can get. If I recall correctly, crit D damage is the best for ships. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the same for ground weapons. We could stand to have some better armor, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. So, sure. Let's get the neutronium-laced combat armor. Also, we have what is technically supposed to be a 23rd century shield array, but it doesn't have a visual effect. So it's really no different from literally anything else. So obviously we're not going to use it. In fact, yeah, I think basically all that stuff is going to get sold. let's go ahead and slap her better armor on. You need better armor. The rest of you, I think, are going to be staying as you are. Just go and sell all this crap. And that'll be it for this part. That did not take that long. 35 minutes. Short part, but whatever. Yeah, so that'll be it for this part. Quick reminder, I do have a Patreon if you wish to become one. Link to it down in the description. I also have a Discord, link to that in the description if you wish to join it. Yeah, so that'll be it for this part. I will see you all in the next part where we will continue the Cardassian struggle storyline. Finishing that up with Boldly They Rode, which just like a future mission. Can we not say that, please? Because there's a future mission where I think it's Kurland and he quotes Charge of the Light Brigade. Please don't. It's that simple. Don't do it. But yeah, so next part we will finish off the Cardassian struggle and begin Breen Invasion, which is actually a fairly short mission, or a fairly short story arc, all things considered. In fact, I feel like these two are sort of like half-season missions, if we were to try and put in like Discovery terms or something. Like, it'd only be a half-season. Also, yes, I realize that some of our stuff is just completely out of whack here because of the auto-hail mechanic that I used to have enabled. I've long since turned off because it resulted in this. Us having missions that are completed in different story arcs that we shouldn't have technically started yet if we were following down through the line. But yeah, so I'll see you all in the next part. Like I said, reminder, I do have a Patreon, link to the description if you wish to become one. If you become one, you get early access to all of my videos. So yes, you'll get to see this video and, well, to the next video. A number of days early. How early, that depends on what day of the week I decide to upload this on. I haven't quite decided on that yet. I just know it's coming back. So yes, we'll see you all in the next part. But until then, a goodbye and farewell.